Hello, this is Sudhakar Moparty. Today we are going to look at how to connect your VPC to other networks. So this is the documentation here, connect your VPC, and it has a nice diagram. And we are going to analyze this diagram, and then we'll see the connections between different entities here to understand using c1c2 diagram. So what I'm trying to do here is take any English text or anything that we are analyzing, translate that into this kind of c1c2 diagram with arrows. And by doing so, by just doing this exercise, after I read that and summarized using these arrows, I am kind of recording these entities in my brain, these names, these labels, because language plays an important role, outstripping the grammar, the sentences, and all that. Because at the end of the day, after you read or you saw a picture, uh, it's broken into various pieces and it connects those pieces as neural connections in your brain. So by simply doing this exercise, I'm able to retain my vocabulary, and also I'm able to retrieve the objects. When I put each star in these things, there's those objects certain times, objects, it could be anything, but they are classified. And then I'm able to see if certain data is important. Those data points, that particular data names will also be registered in my mind as a mind map, nothing but neural connections. So that's what is happening here. So let's take a look at what this is, and then we will go and take a look at that diagram itself. So you have some regions. You have some regions. Region one, US East one, US West or whatnot. You can have multiple VPCs. You have a public. A VPC has subnets, and I'm just going to throw some objects just to indicate is this internet gateway and a star, and internet gateway and star, they are same. I want to same. I could have put one more star here, but I'm redrawing that circle here, just logically separate. But otherwise, internet gateway objects. They both are internet gateway objects, but two distinct objects. So that we are trying to connect one VPC in a region to another region. Okay, so let's draw some arrows. This VPC is in this region. This VPC has these two subnets. And same thing here. Okay, and now this VPC is connected to a internet gateway so that I can send the traffic to the internet. This VPC, a VPC connected to this internet gateway, and then internet gateway sends the traffic to internet. This one, I'm just for consistency purposes, I'm drawing this internet itself as an object, so that what it is saying is public internet. It's not private, it's public internet. All this is AWS cloud. You can, all this region VPC, all these things are AWS cloud. Okay. And now, suppose I want to connect. So the question is, how do I connect this VPC? Let me get my invisible pen. This VPC to this VPC. How do I connect? What are my choices? Okay. So let's take a look at it. So I can create a VPC peer-to-peer connection. Okay. And suppose when I start my infrastructure in the AWS cloud, I may start with one VPC. But as my business is growing, so I may have thousands of VPCs and accounts, departments, regions, and whatnot. So same thing, right? And then it gets complicated to create these peer-to-peer connections. So you have to manage all these peer-to-peer connections, because if you remember, each of these subnets have a routing table. You have a routing table, and that routing table has routes, and those routes have to be updated. Those entries have to be updated. So at that point, what I would do, because these are all my VPCs, um, because the traffic is going from this way, to the internet, through the internet gateway. It's going, and then it's going, and then it's connecting. So that's how it's going through the internet, public internet. So one way to do is you can connect using transit gateway. So transit gateway, what it will do, it will connect this VPC, the machines in this to this gateway, and then and then these ones also, we connect here. So now this whole thing is kind of a private thing, and it is not going through the internet. So that's when you use transit gateway, so that you can think of it like you have a transit gateway, and then you have attachments. You can attach something on this side, and then something on this side, and then this acts like your gateway, transit gateway. So these are called attachments. So each gateway, each attachment, different attachments. Attachment is a kind of a device, or it could be an internet gateway. It could be other transit gateway, or it could be other appliances. So for now, think of that whenever you see that word transit. Whenever you say gateway, basically it is going out from one VPC. You have to get out into the world, and then the traffic has to go. So if I'm not going through the internet, public, if I don't want to go through the public internet, I can go through using a transit gateway. Okay. So this one, customer gateway, is, this is a data center, and my corporate network. And then if I want to connect this customer gateway to my machines here, instances here, I can use I can use, again, transit gateways I can use. Okay, so I can connect on one side. I can connect on one side this, and then I can connect on the other side customer uh, gateway, so that now the traffic can be. And again, this is anytime you go through transit gateway, it is private. It is not going through the internet. Let's take a look at what else we are missing, and then we will also look at this diagram also. But I want to just instill objects and classes in your mind. Okay, so direct connect gateway. Okay, so direct connect is a service and in AWS, and if you want to establish um, direct connection from your corporate network to your VPC, you can use a virtual private gateway. Okay, virtual private gateway. So this is private and this is public. This internet gateway, public internet gateway, you can say public internet, yeah. Internet public gateway, and then this is private. Why private? Because I'm directly connecting my network directly, and then transfer the data when I want to transfer big loads of data. Okay, so VPC to, so we can draw this based on this VPC to virtual private network, private gateway, and from there to sorry, let's undo. Direct connect gateway. I can connect my VPC using private virtual gateway. I can connect it to direct connect way, and then this one transit gateway. Okay, so we can connect. You can say VPC. Let's draw from VPC. VPC. I'm going to take my arrows like that. Transit gateway, and basically that's what this connection is to customer gateway. Okay, I'm going to draw from here itself. Okay, customer gateway. Okay. All right, let's just see how this looks. Okay. All right, this VPC is connected to the transit gateway, and then from that to customer gateway. All right, I think all connections are made, and all entities have been, at least one arrow is there. So let's recap very quickly. You got some VPC. You got one VPC here and one VPC there, two VPCs in your cloud. Maybe this is in one region and this is another region. And you want to connect these two. So you can connect using public internet. And also this, you expose this to an internet gateway, and then you expose this to connect this to an internet gateway, and then you connect. Well, we already know VPCs have subnets, and here we said public and private, but just think about them as subnets. VPC has subnets, and then these subnets, there are machines. Your servers, web servers, and database servers, and everything is in one of these subnets, and now you are connecting the traffic, you are directing the traffic from one subnet to the others using either transit gateways because you want to avoid internet and uh, then if you want to connect uh, connect your you want to make a direct connection to your corporate network, so through the direct connect gateway to a virtual private gateway you can connect your VPC. So if you avoid internet gateway, you have to either pick a transit gateway or a virtual private gateway, some sort of a gateway, because you are connecting two different sites on two different VPCs. And these VPCs can be in different accounts and or same account, and, and then we can specify in route tables how the traffic will be directed. And then you can also attach additional appliances to this transit gateway. You can attach these attachments. So maybe I should draw attachments and so you will have attachment. So I can attach two sides of the transit gateway so that I can make the flow, traffic flow. Okay, that's all I have for today. Hope that makes sense. It's basically my notes based on what I have observed on the other diagram. And sometimes you have to use a combination of these things, that traditional way, as well as this one, in order to remember and retrieve. For me, to remember and retrieve, I need to establish this firmly in my brain that VPC is in a region and VPC is in a subnet, has subnets, and then traffic has to flow from one VPC to other VPC, and I can have choices. If I don't use internet gateway, I need to use a transit gateway or virtual private gateway and to connect. And then when I connect these other type of gateways, transit gateway or private gateway, they are completely private, and I don't have to send my traffic through the internet. So it is private, and then AWS has the global network of links, and then I can directly connect, and then at high speeds I can send my packets, the traffic. All right, so that's all. So you can read some documentation at Amazon VPC user guide and connect to your VPC, and that's the diagram that we just saw today. We're going to see other things at a later stage. All right, good luck, and if you are interested, connect with me in LinkedIn, and we can have some discussions on how you can draw these kind of diagrams. I can train you guys how to draw these kind of diagrams. That's your notes. So then you just have to see these diagrams to revise and recollect the concepts. And these can be as detailed as they could be. All right, that's all I have. Take care. Bye-bye for now.